Today I'm going to be going over my thoughts on what octane gas you should use. What about ethanol as it pertains to landscaping equipment. So I'd say for the most part, most guys are going to be running 87 in all my mowers. That's just what I run, 87 octane. And as an added thing, I don't necessarily find it necessary to put in stable in my in the big mowers, the Bobcat or the X-Mark or the push mower that I have, just because I'm using the fuel so frequently and I'm using it up so fast that it's not going to be sitting for amount of time. So ethanol doesn't really become an issue. If you're leaving your mower for 2 weeks or 3 weeks without using it, or let's say you're using your snowblower intermittently during the winter time, then it becomes necessary to add in stable or some ethanol stabilization additive that'll combat ethanol, because what happens is ethanol will degrade into water, and so it causes gelling issues within the carburetor, and it's a pain in the neck. But for the most part, during the regular mowing season, or when you're going to be using your equipment frequently, gas isn't going to be sitting around for 2 to 3 weeks. I just don't even bother with ethanol, and I just use 87 octane for the big mowers, as well as all the mowers that I run, all the 4-cycle engines. Yeah, I just use straight 87 octane. I don't really see the need for 93 or 89. I mean, those are you use them for high powered cars and vehicles, but not. I don't really bother with the mowers and landscaping equipment. Now with the 2-cycle stuff, I do run 93 in all the 2-cycle equipment. So string trimmers, hedgers, chainsaws, blowers, all that stuff I use. I'm going to be using 93 octane. Again, as an overarching theme, you want to use what the manufacturer recommends, but in general, you're going to be using 87 for mowers and that sort of equipment, and then 93 for the 2-stroke engines. With those engines, the 93 octane gas is going to have higher compression, and so what happens is if you run 87 in the 2-cycle equipment, what you can have is knocking and backfiring within the engine, which is premature detonation. So that can cause problems later on. So I just always use 93 on the 2-cycle equipment, and then I just use a good the 2-stroke mix. So either Red Max or Still, that's what I use, and they give you a little cartridge that makes 2 gallons or so, and that has the lubricating abilities, but it also has a sort of stable component, so you don't have to worry about mixing in ethanol stabilizer or stable. So it's all included in that. So get yourself a good 2-stroke engine oil. And then as another thing, I don't bother with the cheap no-name gas brands. I only use Chevron, BP, Exxon, Corluzu from Wawa. I only use the main ones. I don't bother with these no-name gas stations, just because the quality of the fuel, it's not going to have all the additives that some of the top-tier gases are going to have. So in general, I don't really bother with ethanol-free fuels. If it's during the winter time, I'll just add stable in there, but is it worth the extra 30 cents or so? I don't think so. But yeah, that's what I run. So just 87 on the regular equipment and 93 on the 2-stroke. And yeah, that's the deal. But always consult your owner's manual, because they'll all be different. That's just the general lay of the land there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment. I love hearing your comments down below. And check out the video description for some cool extras. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.